Hello, everyone, and welcome to Silver and Blood here on the Zweihander channel. I want to thank everyone for joining us in on our first game. For those that know me, or I guess for those that don't know me, I'm the Vampire Interpreter. You might have seen me on some other streams. I've been on Penny for the Tale. I've recently just finished a Season 2 of Sinners and Saints over at TTRP Theater. And when I found out Grim and Perilous was looking for GMs to run Zweihander, which is one of the very few percentile games that I actually like. So I just kind of jumped at the opportunity, so here we are. So if you do know me, I'm excited that you've come back, but here's the warning. I'm actually live directing this, and I don't have anyone else, so I apologize if I am looking around and things like that, because that's just a new experience for me. So if I have to look and see everyone's the chat, it's going to take me to look away. So that being said, welcome. So I'm going to take a quick second here. I'm going to let the cast introduce themselves here in just a moment after I kind of briefly explain what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be playing Silver and Blood, which about 2 years ago, I started writing something for Zweihander, and about 50 pages later, I stopped. And now I've decided to kind of debut it here. So some of the players that I have here, I know Ian's gotten to read a little bit of it before. And so it's a dark world in which the former Imperium Magnum used to unite all of the known world through magical gateways, but then a great cataclysm happened and destroyed those gateways, and now we will focus on one kingdom, Silverach, which I'm not sure if I'm saying right. Ian is really good at doing German. I'm just great at butchering it. So we'll be focusing there, and after the great cataclysm, mist fell all over the world and blocked out the sun, and 150 years later, the mist has slowly pulled back to now it's just a creepy weather phenomenon in which there are all sorts of dangers inside of it that can separate cities, villages from each other. Superstition is rampant, and our heroes are unfortunately going to find themselves trapped in a small town in the mist. So, I hope you're looking forward to a good time. Let's see here. Oh no, not the bees. Oh, yay, some of our friends are here from TTRP Theater. Thank you guys for coming and joining us. It's good to see you, Redheaded Vixen, as well as Megan, other Megan, because we have a Megan in the game. This is going to get confusing. Let's see. I see Catherine, and who else is there? There's T-Dorf. Thank you guys for all coming to see us. So, that being said, let's go ahead and get into the introductions. So I'm going to start. Now I have to look both ways. Let's see if it's this way. Whoever I point to, that's where we're starting. Okay, Ian. That was not who I was pointing to, but we're going to go ahead and start with you. Ian, so why don't you take a second, introduce yourself, and tell us who you're going to be playing, and is there anything you're looking forward to on this stream?
Yes, I am Ian, good friend of Adam's for a long time, and I'm going to be playing Albrecht Helliswald, a wizard.
Magi, as they're called.
Magi in this realm. I'm looking forward to probably at some point accidentally summoning a demon.
Yes.
Maybe not even accidentally. So we'll see how it turns out, and if the dice gods are with me.
All right. So then dropping down to the lovely Ty. Ty, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you're playing, and is there something you're looking forward to in this series?
Hi, my name is Ty. If you watch Sinners and Saints, you know me as Kiza or Meridiana in the last couple episodes. I am playing Adelaide in this game. I am what is called a pilgrim, but essentially aiming towards, I guess, like priestesshood. And my character is blind. And let's see what shenanigans we get into with that.
Sounds great. Now we're going to jump over to Megan. Megan, that's right, Ian and Megan, this is their first time streaming, and specifically streaming with me. So where Caroline and Ty have had plenty of experience, are now complete veterans and know everything about streaming. Exactly. But we'll jump over to Megan. And Megan, so introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your character and what you're looking forward to here.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Megan. I'm going to be playing Maithriel, a Valley Elvi pit fighter, and I am looking forward to beating some people up. Just truly wrecking them.
Awesome. I know I have a fun scene for you. So we'll
yes.
see what happens here. And last but certainly not least, Caroline, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about who you're playing and what you're looking forward to.
Hi, I'm Caroline. I'll be playing Lauren von Feuerbach. She is a messenger, and definitely just a messenger, I swear. I am really looking forward to exploring this setting that you've written. I read a little bit about it when you first wrote it a couple years ago, when you first showed it to Ian and I. So I'm really excited to really get to explore it and see what shenanigans we get up to, and try seeing if I can actually play a definitely not a roguish type, we swear.
And everyone, I am the vampire interpreter. Everyone also calls me Adam. So we're going to be playing Silver and Blood. But before we get into that, this is a grim, dark world. So we are going to probably come up with adult topics such as horror, death, sex, intimacy, demons. Hopefully not all at the same time, but could possibly happen. So what's very important here, especially this day and age in gaming, is really just establishing what topics are comfortable for everyone. I sent out a consent form to most of the to all the players. They all haven't gotten back to me, but just before we had a quick kind of ground rules. So I kind of use a little bit of a modified version of Monty Cook's consent in gaming. We have green topics, which are topics that we've all agreed to. We don't need to talk about warnings. We just go ahead and do it. Yellow topics are things that might be a little confusing or sensitive topics. Intimacy is a common one, where the players can state, they will say to yellow topic, intimacy. My favorite one is seducing your way past the guard, because I'm pretty sure someone's going to do that at some point in time. And that, Ian's got it. He's gonna, like, rough beard. You know.
Yes.
Minx.
Yeah.
It's the grizzled beard. It really
Yes.
is.
Mm-hmm.
So, seducing your way past the guard, you don't really need to do a yellow topic, but let's say you're trying to seduce the Lord to get something else, and it's going to be a little bit more than just this passing comment. You would say, Adam, yellow topic, intimacy, I'm probably going to attempt to seduce or flirt with this character. I will, if I agree, cool. I can also yellow topic set parameters, like, oh, okay, but let's not get too explicit. Everyone has to agree to the yellow topics. Red topics are things we just don't talk about. All bad things happen in this world. They just won't be the focus. If at any time anyone becomes uncomfortable in the player group and says red topic, we move on. We don't ask them why. That's not our business. And we'll continue on. So that being said, we're going to avoid extreme graphic depictions of violence, graphic depictions of sexual assault, and I think those are like the ones we're avoiding. I believe some intimacy topics are yellow. I'm a big fan of the fade to black rule. But we also will, in between each show, if I have a scene idea, I will sometimes approach the players and like, hey, this is what I think is going to happen. How do you feel? And so that's how we try to stay safe here on the Zweihander RPG channel and in the Vampire Interpreter stories. And I really encourage you to do the same thing with your group. A lot of people just never have the conversation. So go have the conversation with your players. And if you want to see a great example of what you can do, if you follow these rules, you can watch our other cult show in which we go into graphic topics as a whole dream, demon, angel sex scene. But that, while it sounds weird, it's a good example of what two players can work together and deliver something very, very naughty, but everyone is feeling safe. So
Yeah, we like to play it safe.
yes, exactly.
But in certain ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the time, you know.
We're going to make strong, I hope you guys make strong narrative decisions, which may not always be the smart decision. So that being said, I'm also going to every now and again keep an eye on the chat. If you guys have anything to say or add in, we'll occasionally toss it out to you guys like, oh, what are we going to do? So That being said, I have a very busy screen right now. Let me somehow find my notes without messing something up. Here we are. I can probably make this a little smaller so I don't have this like huge space of nothing. Luckily for me, I have a very huge second monitor, so that actually helps out a lot. All right. So, welcome to Silver Rock, everyone. As I said before, the Imperium Magnum has fallen 150 years ago. There are ether gates throughout the kingdom that would be instantaneous travel to the Imperial Isle. But now they've sat silent, unused for 150 years. And Silver Rock, to the west, is the Eisen Mountains, where the Mountain Lords live, essentially dwarves, just a little bit different. Far to the west, on a clear day, you can see the Great Wall. On the other side of it is believed to be the noble elves, the Patronus Elvi. See, this is what happens when you write it and you never have to say it out loud.
You got it. You can do it.
Yeah, hold on here.
Sound it out.
Exactly. Sound out this fake Latin I made up. Let me.
Well, part of it is
Let me see.
close enough.
Where we got it? Hold on here. It is the
Patriscus.
Patriscus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Patriscus. Aha.
Yeah, we're gonna butcher it. It's fine as long as it sounds cool. Elvi. They are the high noble elves. They live on the other side of a wall that extends as far as the eye can see. There are also other Elvi or elves. There are what are essentially called the city elves. In Silver Rock, they're treated with a little bit of racism. Through the unifying faith of the court of the gods, all people could have been brought into the Imperium Magnum. It is a unifying faith, as in literally they would just, very similar to the Catholics, they would take over an area and be like, oh, your gods are totally in our God's court, so we're going to slap all of your stories on the back of our Bible. And they did that to the point that the Bible, the Book of Faith, is so big that few have ever been able to read the entire thing. Cultures were co-opted, their local gods just simply became part of the court. And as long as they accepted the supremacy of Luminoi, the god of the sun, then that was enough. Here in Silver Rock, there is the Silver Wolf, is the kind of the local god that is treated very near Luminoi. Since we've lost contact with the Imperium, faith has started to weaken and heresy has spread. The mists have fallen over, horrible monsters have been inside their people, entire towns swallowed up and never seen again. It is pulled back, and Silver Rock is beginning to unify now under King Edward as he begins the unification wars. Magic is sanctioned by the church because the evil god Tenebra took the ether and tried to create, but it is only with Luminoi's permission can you create. So the Magi who manipulate ether must be sanctioned, and they are spread about in different ordos throughout the land. And I think I've kind of hit most of the topics, enough to get you guys involved in the story. So we're going to start somewhere that no one really wants to be. We will start with you, Lauren. You are in the mist, running. You have to get away. You have a mission. You've been sent by your general to find Lord Jurgen and his troops. They're late, but you can hear the snarling behind you. You've lost all of your friends. They've vanished into the mist. Some are dead. What do you do?
I keep running, like I always do. I just need to find this next town. If I can just find someone through this mist, I'll be okay. I just need to keep running.
That you do, but unfortunately, the mist is very disorienting. I'm going to need you to make an awareness test at a -20 penalty.
Ooh, okay. Awareness. Gosh, I'm going through here. Awareness. Okay. So I've got to get a 34 or better.
Yes, for those that have never played Zweihander, Zweihander's a percentile system. So Caroline's going to find her Lauren stats, and she has to roll beneath it. If she rolls beneath it and rolls doubles, that's a whoop, as I just throw a dice out of my finger.
Just put that anywhere.
Boom. Yeah,
Bye.
there you go. Oh, no, where did it go? I hope I don't need to roll dice anytime soon. I will grab that here in just a second. But if she rolls beneath it and rolls doubles, that's a critical success. If she rolls above it and doubles, that's a critical failure.
Okay.
Everyone, we have fortune points. Fortune points, which we have 4. There's one for each of the players. You can spend those for temporary benefits, but when you spend a fortune point, I get a misfortune point that I can spend. You all also have fate points, which are kind of the premier points. You will say spend to stay alive or to be very, very lucky. So, now that that's been said, why don't you tell me your result as I look for my dice. So, what'd you get?
32.
It's way over there.
Just passing, but not a crit.
Awesome. Cool. All right, give me 1 second as I go grab this dice that I threw. Perfect way to begin the stream, no doubt. Perfect way. Okay. So, you're able to avoid any of the undergrowth, spotting quickly. So, you don't trip from the snarling creatures behind you. You look back as you hear something that maybe once was a wolf gaining close. And you then trip. And you find yourself past the mist. And you run straight into a young person in black. I do need a dice tray. Adelaide,
That's a weird... Sorry.
you were suddenly struck, and you fall to the ground.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Here, let me help you up. Here's my... I will pause for a second and grab their hand and pull them up. I'm so sorry. Are you hurt? Or the...
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Albert, I need you to make me an awareness check. You're going to get a +10 because of your advantageous position.
All
So
right,
you two
presuming I can find awareness.
Yes, it's so the way I actually made you guys custom character sheets, which means they're great for me, terrible for you.
I found it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get my tablet of dice rolling.
Tablet of dice rolling. I love it. Sounds like a cool magic item.
Okay, I rolled.
It is the magic box.
Okay, so I rolled a 47.
Is that below your awareness +10?
Yes, it is. Plus
Yeah.
10. Okay.
You are on a nearby hill overlooking. You have decided, Albrecht, being trapped in this town, you just had to walk. You see an individual in a purple cloak come out of the mist. For someone to... This town, which now that I'm like, what did I name that town? Didn't pull it up here. Hold on, I got it. I got a lot of stuff here.
It's a big world he prepped. He's got a lot to...
I didn't open it because I intended to print, but then I ran out of ink. So then...
Of course.
Yeah, so, okay, it is Untergang.
Untergang, that's right.
It is a small city or a large town just south of Regensburg, north of the Finster Forest. The town itself is known for its production of cheeses. The townsfolk pasteurize the cheese with herbs and that are native to the region. So, welcome to the cheese town.
Yummy. Wisconsin.
Heaven. I'll live here. Caroline will live here.
But it's been a month and a half since the mist, it's like weather sometimes. It will roll into a town or city, and for a couple of days everyone stays inside, or they can't get out of their town. But sometimes it stays for a while. And Utzergang has been under the mist for almost 90 days. The food supplies are running low. Not too low. Everyone still has full bellies, but they can see the granaries are about ready to get dry. And for a magi in a very superstitious town, it's not a safe place to be. Albrecht, you've been looking for a way out or any news about the outside. And lucky you, over on this hill, you see someone come through the mist. However, she has run straight in to one of the prospects for the acolytes of the pure, a growing splinter faith that is beginning the burnings in town. If this acolyte tells this person in purple may be in trouble. Luckily, you've been here long enough to know that this acolyte is blind. There may yet be a chance to save this purple cloaked figure. If you decide to go down there, it will take you a moment. So what do you do, Albrecht?
A young woman coming from the mist certainly has piqued my curiosity, so I will approach.
All right, as you approach, that will give Lauren and Adelaide a chance to roleplay. Continue.
You seem to be in quite a hurry. Are you okay?
Yes, I just there were some wolves chasing me, and
Wolves in town?
I might have been dogs. I got bit by a dog, so they're all kind of wolfish to me now. I'm sorry.
Lauren, you are going to make a roll here in a quick second. It is going to be another awareness test. This, however, I'm not going to give you a bonus right now because you're a little startled.
Okay. Ooh, once again, just barely passing.
You will notice by the subtle cues in this individual's behavior that they cannot see. Or cannot see very well. Because the fact that they would ask, wolves, you're right next to the mist. Like,
Yeah.
So you have enough hints to maybe start to put that together. Continue.
It's just, it's, sorry, it's been I'm from out of town, so it's been
How long have you been here?
Oh, not long. Just got here, in fact.
Oh, interesting.
I'm passing through for work, hopefully. I don't know when, I'll be able to leave, but...
Albrecht, you can arrive and interject at this time.
I march up and just say to the young woman that I have never met, Dolores, where have you been?
Oh, getting chased by dogs through town.
I've been looking all over for you. Please, I'm sure this other lady is just fine.
Yeah, are you sure you're not hurt?
No, no.
Okay, well then I really do have
you.
to get going. Sorry again.
Well, be aware of the dogs.
It always do.
Albrecht, make me a guile check. Do you wish to assist, Lauren?
I do.
All right, so here's what's going to happen when you assist in this system. You are going to roll one die, and then he's going to roll 2. He may replace your dice with the tens digit. So you roll 2d10.
Ooh.
And so he could replace that because you are helping.
But I just roll 1d10?
You just roll 1d10, and that's his
Okay.
option of subbing out his tens place for your dice.
Ooh. No, you're probably not going to want it. It's an 8.
Yeah.
No, I do not want to sub that die in. I
I don't blame you.
I roll a 27, and my guile is a 37.
All right. Adelaide, this is peculiar behavior. Probably worthy of following up, but you don't suspect anything. Like, you don't feel the need to immediately go tell the town guard.
Okay.
So.
Then I guess I go about my business.
You have come here today, Adelaide, to pray. This open field, it's calming. It brings you closer to Luminoi. And if things go well, tonight Elder Matthias will welcome you into the Acolytes of the Pure. Elder Matthias has always been a man of strong faith, but this recent trial and tribulation has really brought his faith out. If you would like to roleplay your prayer, you may, or I can continue on.
Continue.
Just putting people on the spot.
Not much of a prayer person.
All right. Let me check my notes here. All right. So, Albrecht, you take Lauren. Where are you taking her, actually? And let's begin your roleplay.
I'm sort of, I've got my arm around her, and I'm sort of hustling her to what I hope is out of earshot.
Mm-hmm.
I allow him.
Now, I may have just saved your life, young woman. But of course, my aid does not come without a price.
Oh, no, that was one of the clergy, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. And stumbling out of the mist, well, you're fortunate that one is quite blind in the literal sense.
Well, it was either that or get eaten by what was possibly wolves.
It is possible. We all have to make such choices. But tell me your name.
Only if you promise to tell me yours in return.
I share my name freely. I am Albrecht Helliswald.
Lorn von Feuerbach.
And what does one such as you doing here? How did you come out of the mist?
Well, I ran.
From whence?
Well, the city. I'm trying to find someone is the problem. In aid of the war effort for His Majesty.
So, Albrecht, you are aware, everyone is aware of the Unification War. I shouldn't say everyone. That is absolutely not true. Anyone who lives near the main cities is aware of the Unification War that is happening. Now that the mist has fallen back to the point that commerce has only recently been reestablished over the last decade, all the petty lords that have spent nearly the last century ruling their particular area, it's been 100 years. The bonds of fealty have been worn down, and King Edward has decided to bring everyone to bend the knee. Some have done willingly, and others have not. So, just a little bit of lore update for everyone. Continue.
The war effort, you say? Are you seeking cheese for the war?
No, I really am just trying to pass through, but the mist is so thick here. I didn't know which town I was going to end up in.
Well, you have found your way to quite a special place. Here we have cheese and witch burnings.
Oh, my two favorites to consume and watch. One of the lords that is supposed to show up in the Southern Front just hasn't, so I'm trying to find him. No luck yet.
Which lord do you seek?
Lord Jurgen.
Lord Jurgen is he is the lord of this town. His manor is on the other side. But Lord Jurgen has not been seen for some time, especially since the mist has come down. In the power vacuum, Elder Matthias has taken over. But you do not know that, Lauren.
Nope.
But I know that.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
You've been hiding in the town well enough to not get burned as a witch. So
You've selected quite an opportune time. Jorgen has been missing for some time.
Lovely.
That's not to say that he's not here somewhere, but he's been.
But he lived here.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes, you've come to the right town, I believe.
At least there's that.
Perhaps you've come at the wrong time.
I guess.
Where are you guys walking towards?
Oh, that's a good question. I think through some of the alleys. You know what? I'll ask. I've been running all day. Do we have a tavern, a bar, a restaurant somewhere that I can get some food and perhaps a pint?
I believe we could make those sorts of arrangements. I hope that you enjoy cheese.
Oh, I don't hate it. I'm not allergic.
No.
All right. As you guys will begin to move through town, you will see a small sight. In the center of... Oh, I'm sorry if everyone gets to... Because it's going through my computer audio, you get to hear my computer want an update. See, this is why I wish I was CT to block all that stuff out. That's okay, though. I'm doing good.
You're doing great.
You guys will pass through the center of town. Sitting silent, unmoved, is the Ether Gate. It is now... serves another purpose. Upon it, there is a wood pyre built with 3 stakes and 3 people tied to them. A small crowd has gathered around. To the, I guess if you were from your perception, to the right there are 3 men in black. They have a metal adornment that indicates them as some sort of authority. Walking up on the raised platform that was once the Ether Gate is a man, a hooded figure. Brothers, sisters of faith, the mist continues to trap us here for our sins. We must cleanse ourselves. The Book of Faith teaches us this. We all know the story of Hansel and the village. Hansel's village was plagued by sin and heresy, and he took it upon himself to drive out those who committed these sins. And he was blessed by Luminoi for his labor. We must do the same. These 2, he indicates 2, set on the side. There's like a separation. There's 2 and 1. These 2 have not been giving their offerings to Luminoi and the Silver Wolf. In addition, they have been found hoarding food for themselves. This condemned, he says, indicating the other, pled not guilty to stealing from a local merchant. They must be punished. A voice, a commoner from the crowd, calls out, "Why must he die if the she-elf still lives?" The crowd joins in with the objection. The men with the metal adornment move in silence towards the commoner that objected. But the hooded figure will wave them off. You are forgetting. You are forgetting the story of St. Lathiel and the War of Sin. St. Lathiel was an Elvi who, through his conversations with Ulf the Righteous, Lathiel proved his faith to the Pontifex and the Imperator through constant combat. We are faithful here, are we not? We are not monsters. We do not condemn people to death for no reason. The Elvi has survived the pit so far, and until she fails, she is given the opportunity to convert, as the book teaches us. With the crowd falling silent, the hooded man turns to a man with a torch. May we purify this town with the holy fire of Luminoi. And the fires ignite, and the screams of the condemned begin. What do you two do witnessing this?
I don't look. Like, I watch when they light the fire. I don't look.
As you can see, Hoyolaka, cheese is not the only pungency in this town. It has a rot.
Indeed.
We should make haste.
Please, lead the way.
And we will take a second to go to another location. Hold on here, let me check my notes. Sorry, like I said, everyone, I've got like so many things open on my computer. Here it is. We are now in what is called by the town the Lightless Stockade. In the bowels of this place, the condemned are left to rot or to wait for their eventual execution. But not too many years ago, the concept of pit fighting began again. Once outlawed by the Imperium Magnum, with it ceasing to exist, it has become a popular form of entertainment. Deep in the bowels of this dungeon. If this were a movie, we would see guards passing through torchlit tunnels, revealing wrought iron bars. There's the look of the condemned, waiting for their meal. The guard will set down a metal plate, drop a ladle full of slop, and move on. But at the second one, the prisoners reach out and grab him. He is violently assaulted and left disoriented. The prisoners get the key and let themselves out. But escaping from the Lightless Stockade is not that easy. No, these individuals have another purpose. They go to another cell, which has one sole occupant, the Valley Elvi Mathriel. Am I saying your name right? Did I say that?
Mm-hmm.
They open the door. You know these people, Mathriel. They had a friend. He fought you in the pits not too long ago. He was popular both in the Lightless Stockade and without, and you won. He is dead. And you are still alive. What do you do when they open the store?
The moment that I recognize the two of them, I stand up if I'm not already and get into a defensive position.
Ah, the she-elf. They have one. Two. There are three of them. Two of them have small daggers that they have taken from the not unconscious guard, but the subdued guard at this time. She-elf, you're gonna pay for what happened to him. There's three of us now. I don't think you can take us. And with that, we will go to combat. Dun dun. Yes.
Excite.
Yeah, there we go. Let's see here. I even hopefully have some music for this too. There we go. All right, yeah. I'm going to see me fancy with my own buttons now. Look at that. Okay, so take a look at your character sheet. This will be our first time going through combat, especially with this group. And if you are new to Zweihander, Zweihander actually has a really interesting combat system, but also relatively quick to run, which is why it's one of the few reasons I like this. I shouldn't say one of the many reasons that I like this particular percentile games, and one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of other percentile games. So, the first things first, you're going to take a D10, and you're going to roll it next to your initiative modifier, which is on your character sheet.
Yep.
And now I got to look up my my mooks here. Let's see here. We are going to go to page. All right. Okay, gotcha. So I'm actually incidentally using a book from Drive-Thru RPG that was done for everyone that is kind of just for the community content. I'm using Villagers and Villains, so I do recommend it. It's kind of got a bunch of characters just already made for me, and one of them is going to be a thug. So let's go ahead and roll. We're going to roll. There's three of them, so we'll go ahead. Oof. Okay, one of them's going to be quick. I need to pop myself up a note real fast. Look at me. I thought I was ready, and now here I'm not. Okay, we'll open that up. So what was your result there? Oh no, hopefully I didn't. Oh wait, can we still see you? If we can still see you, I'm so excited. Hold on. Oh my god, we can. Yay! Sorry everyone, I'm still getting used to OBS. I can use my second screen because it's using just the window, not my actual screen. Thank God, this is going to get so much easier. Okay, yay! And everyone's here with me like, okay, what is this guy going on about? Okay, so hold on. So what did you get, Mathriel?
12 total.
12 total. All right, we got Thug. We're not even going to bother giving them a name. They probably won't have one too long. All right, so one of them did well. The other guy did not. He's going to have a ton. And this guy's going to get, I understand. Yeah, no, and thank you, T-Dorf. Yeah, OBS, I'm getting used to it. I'm actually kind of okay with it. All right. That being first, unfortunately, Mathriel, they seem to have a little bit gotten the jump on you. So when we get into combat with Zweihander, you have a certain amount of action points you can spend for different things. I believe your starting action points is 3. We're going to get to the combat section of the core book. If I'm wrong and anyone wants to immediately correct me in the chat, go right on ahead. I'm at the combat overview page. Actions in combat. You will get 3 action points, and then there's a list of things that you can do with them. So, the first person's going to go here. We are going to, one smart thing to do is maybe save an action point to parry or dodge. So, this guy, we're going to say the first guy to go has a dirk. He is going to decide to save an action to parry. He is going to charge you an attack. So he charges movement times 2 and adds 1d6 fury damage. So, I am rolling to attack you. So, Mathriel, do you wish to dodge? Do you want to use one of your action points to dodge?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Sounds good. So your dodge is a skill.
Okay, let's
I'm
take
99.9% certain. Where are we at? Oh, is everyone having fun with our cheese jokes here? Oh my goodness. I love it. Actually, dodge should be a combat skill. So you will find that near the top. Was it not there? So it's athletics. That's what it is. Am I right? Athletics. Yes. Athletics is your dodge.
Oh, okay.
Default.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
So what you're doing is you want to roll beneath this. This gentleman's rolling to attack you. I gotta find his stats again. All right, so
No.
I completely miss you. Oh, that's right. You don't actually have to roll unless I hit you. Unless I hit. Because if I do really well, you don't even get a chance to dodge. So,
Good.
whoosh! There you go. So he charges at you with his dagger and completely misses, rolling a 91%. That being said here... Gosh, everyone wants to talk to me right now. I'm streaming. And its worst part is it's other streaming people. All right. So with that, there's a tie between you and one of the other thugs, but you have a name, so therefore makes you cooler, and you're going to be going. So you have 3 action points. I would save 1 to parry just in case, but you have 2. Since I don't know if you actually have that in front of you, the book. But you can tell me what you want to do, and I will tell you how many action points it costs.
All right. I probably don't have anything on me right now. Is there anything in the cell that could be used to?
Oh, there's a rock. I'm sure there's a rock somewhere. Yeah, you could
I
absolutely
will
grab a rock.
I'll take a fat rock, and I will try and smash him in the face with it.
Gotcha. So that is going to be that's a melee. I think it's a simple melee because there is no actual like brawl skill in this game, which is fine.
Okay.
So you're gonna make
I see.
It's rather simple melee.
I
see. And I'm not sure if there's any. The last time I see, this is what I do when I first run a game. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I probably should have grabbed that. I have a nice little cheat sheet thing I got for this game. Oh, that's right. No, wait. I literally have everything right here. I just can't see it. Let me check real fast. Because there's like, there's one thing. I feel bad taking a break to look this up here. But that being said, Zweihander has a lot of like extra play aids, and I bought all of them. So, I don't see anything that's giving me what I want here. So, there you go. But that being said, before you continue any further, since you are our resident ass kicker, let's check your talents real fast before you go any further. You're hard to kill, indifferent, and you're not using a martial weapon, so you're just going to go ahead, roll that to try to get under your simple melee.
Oh, that is in my lap. Okay, let's try it again. Oh, yeah, 17.
17, that is a hit. So in this game, it doesn't matter how low you roll. It's when you roll low and doubles. That's what you get for the crit. So we're going to say your damage is, well, see here. Are you attacking the guy that went to stab you first? Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you're going to bash him in the face. I'm going to give you, so you're going to do base damage of your brawn, and then you're going to roll 1d6. That's your fury dice. If you roll a 6, you get to re-roll it again, and you get to add it together. So this is how we kind of randomly determine some damage here. So your brawn bonus is 5, so you're minimum doing 5 damage.
Okay.
And it's going to be reduced by his toughness modifier. So go ahead and roll that d6 to get our random extra.
All right, and it was just a 1.
So you just rolled a 1, so that means you're doing a total of 6. The gentleman here, where is his toughness? Where's his damage threshold? 6. So you do... That's the damage threshold. Does he reduce the damage any? No, that's his threshold. That's it. Yeah, there you go. You knock him down 1 point on the damage condition track, so he is going to be a little bit more injured. Hold on here. Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff for this, and I just got to pull through it. When you go down on the condition track, he goes from healthy as a horse to now he is lightly injured, just a scratch. As you go down the condition track, that's when you start suffering injuries. All right, so it's the next guy's turn. He's going to try to stab you with a knife. He utterly fails. It is the third guy. He's going to try to grapple you, which I think we'll even look at what it is. I've not been rolling well. So let's even see if we even get there. Okay, I actually do have a chance to grapple, so let's look up the actual rules for that. It is a combat modifier. It is... there we are. It is not a chokehold. It's not a dirty trick. It probably is, actually. Charge, attack, counterspell, dodge, parry. Dodge is actually coordination. I actually lied to you. I'm sorry. Listen to me, terrible. All right, so we're going to say it counts as a chokehold because I do not see grapple as a listed action right here. So, but that's fine. So, he is going to make an athletics test to attempt to grapple you. I know I already succeeded at that, so you can try to get out of it. You can resist with athletics.
Okay. I will try to do that. Probably not going to be great, but yep.
Oh yeah, welcome, Lord
There we
Shaper. Welcome.
I fail.
You failed? Did you fail and get did you fail and have doubles?
No, thankfully
All right,
not.
So, yeah. So I have a hold of you, hopefully making it easier for our friends to stab you. Going to the top of the next round, I'm going to try to stab you. You are unfortunately defenseless. You cannot dodge. But I miss you. So you, while even struggling, are able to avoid it. It is now your turn. You are grappled as these two are trying to prison shank you.
Oh, great. Okay. I am gonna try and go for an elbow in the guy's like solar plexus.
The guy is grappling you?
Yeah.
All right, give me an athletics check.
Oh, it's so low. Damn. I need a dice tray too. I have one. I just didn't bring
it over. That's how we always are here.
Damn it. That is a 78, so no.
No? Okay, well, there you go. So you're swinging. So that's only one action point, though. You still have multiple actions. You even actions left over last time. I apologize. But, hey, we're getting used to it. It's been a hot minute since I played Zweihander. So, that was one action point to try to break free from that. Mm-hmm. Do you want to spend another action point or to try to break free again?
Yeah, I'm going to try and break free again. This time I'll go and try and do like a headbutt and try and see if I can get him with a horn.
Tidorf is actually looking for a throat punch, groin kick, or an eye gouge. Which do you want to you want to listen to any of them?
Oh my god, eye gouge with the horn.
I'll try and go for an eye gouge
yes.
with horns.
Yes.
There we go. I gouge with the horns. I like that. I'm gonna give you plus 5% for that because you got some horns. I like it.
Is this athletics again?
This is I'll let you try coordination just because I'm feeling like being nice. If you which one's higher?
It's slightly higher.
There you go. Well, you get plus 5. You'll get plus 5.
Okay. All right. Oh, bless. I do. I make it barely.
All right, cool. So, we're gonna go ahead roll a fury dice for me.
All right.
So it's a D6 because we're gonna do brawn plus 1 because I feel like this is. Actually, we're just gonna do brawn because you're hitting him in a squishy bit his eye. So.
Okay. All right. So, and I add my bonus, I assume. So that'll be a 9 total.
9 total. Did you roll a 6?
I rolled a 4.
Oh, okay. All right.
One day.
Yeah, one
a
day.
6 will be rolled.
All right. 9 though does drop him down on the condition track. So while you're being held, you kind of give the back headbutt, pokes him in the eyes, like ah. We're gonna say I'm gonna say he lets you go. Rather, I don't feel like being too particularly cruel. As blood begins to gush out of what's left of his eye. So that gives you you have 1 extra action point left. Do you want to save it to dodge?
Yeah.
All right, cool. And then the one guy's gonna try to stab you. Oh wait, I have the wrong dude. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Who cares? And they miss. So these guys are terrible. All right.
Your friend died because he was weak.
Yeah. And the guy getting eye gouged, he will block out the pain, attempt to grapple you, and now they're just all slipping over each other, trying to get you. Your turn.
All right. Assuming that I still have my rock in hand.
Yes.
I will try and go for I'll go for the same guy that I've kind of been working on, and I'll try and take the rock to his temple.
Gotcha. All right, so there's a guy that you hit with a rock, and there's a guy you poked out his eye. Which one do you want to go for?
I'll go for the eye guy because he's the one who was trying to grab me.
Yes. All right, go ahead and get him.
Get him.
What is with everybody in the puns in our chats, man?
Ah!
What do we get?
Dice only roll high when they're supposed to roll low.
So
It's a fail.
you could spend. You do have 4 fortune points. You could spend a fortune point to reroll.
Yeah, why not?
All right, there you go. So that becomes a misfortune point for me that I can spend, but that's okay.
It's okay.
So
We
go
can
ahead and
take
reroll, but you have to take this result regardless.
Ah, yeah, 18. Much
18. There you go. Roll that fury dice.
better. I am furious. Let's have it. Damn it. 4.
What'd you get?
Not a 6.
Not a 6.
It was a 4.
4? That's still 9. That's going to drop him down one more step on the condition track. So that's going to bring him down 2. And that makes... I just got to make the note. I believe now he is officially moderately wounded. So we're going to roll. This is fun. Now, I have to roll a chaos die, which is just like a fury die, to see what kind of injuries we get. All right.
Strained groin.
Yeah, strained groin. We love those.
Strain it!
All right, so this is moderately wounded. So I roll a 6, so I'm going to suffer an injury. So now what happens is
Come on.
I go to the injury chart. I roll a 38. So 38 on the injury chart is hyperextended elbow. I love it.
Oh!
Nice.
Until fully recuperated, you must flip the results.
That's a tap
Fail
out.
actions in combat when they rely on range.
The problem is he tapped like this.
Yeah. So you, as he's holding his eye up, you bash him with the rock, and it kind of causes his hand to jerk. And so now, not only does he have an injured eye, he has an injured elbow.
Oh, yeah. I'll, like, smack his hand away from his eye, like, real hard, just to get that shit.
Gotcha.
Bam.
So soon after this, as this continues, the guards will arrive quickly and subdue everyone to stop this fight. So now that there are guards in the room, what do you want to do?
I'll kind of back away. I'll drop the rock.
Yeah. So
Be
as
like,
the- as
they
the-
started it. They took the keys.
So the one guy with the injured eyes, will begin cursing, fucking shield, and that they'll grab him like, and they just mostly silently, with a few curses to you, because even the guards don't like you. And as they are dragged off.
I'll spit at the ground as a passing remark.
Awesome. All right, let me pull up my notes here. Oh, that's wrong notes. Oh, something happened screens. Okay, thank you. All right. Sometimes it just likes to just do crazy stuff.
Gotta keep that blood pressure nice and high where it belongs.
Exactly.
I will
You know
wipe the blood off of my horns.
Nice. Of course, Twitch, you just want to be crazy right now. All right, give me 1 second. I gotta reload a screen. Yay. Okay. Because I can't see the chat or anything anymore. All right, that's fine. Okay. Or you can black everything out again. I'm sorry, everyone. My computer's actually pulling a lot of duties right now, so.
If it makes any difference, the stream still looks fine.
That does make a difference.
Yeah. We're
That's
good.
The puns are still coming.
Yeah. Yes.
The pun. Oh, thank
Nothing
God.
has changed.
The puns.
We
they're
still
safe.
have the Emmental of surprise.
Yeah, the puns are safe. Yay. Okay. Adelaide, what are you doing? We last left you. What have you done? Tell me what you would do this day before this evening you will have your induction into the acolytes of the pure. How do
I
you celebrate?
have-
How do you prepare?
I am. I'm very nervous, but very proud of myself for having gotten here. Despite my ailment, I have been praying and thanking. Oh God, what is his name?
Matthias.
Yes,
Elder
no.
Matthias.
No, Luminoid.
No, the
Luminoid,
god.
the
Yeah,
god,
Luminoid.
god,
That was it.
yes.
I was like,
There you
ooh.
I mean, you're
Screw Elder Matthias.
Right?
He's not.
Like,
He's not
you're
a
my
god.
god.
you're in a pseudo cult, so you could say both. But
But I mean, I am very appreciative of his generosity in taking me in and teaching me how to survive and thrive in these hard times.
so, do you go anywhere in the town, or do you just stay?
Uh,
I'm just curious. What does a life and Ty, specifically speaking to the player, there is no wrong answer. Have fun. So, like, I mean, if you decide you now have a best friend and his name is Timothy, I will roll with it. So,
well, she does have friends, and I imagine that they are also acolytes.
sure.
So she's not a hugely social person, given how she was raised. The cult has sort of been her safe haven, and feeling like she belongs, and so she probably just takes a stroll with one or two other acolytes, and they just talk about like goings on in the town, and she might in passing, trying to refrain from gossip, mention running into a interesting woman.
When you say that, since now apparently I have to make Timothy canon. Ian, do we got a German name for Timothy?
I think it might be Timothy.
Oh,
I mean, Timothy's. It's generic enough.
there you go.
I don't. I'm not sure.
That's fine. That's fine. It's all
I
right.
mean, like, I know the Mongolian sounding, like a name that sounds similar to Timothy, but that's
Yeah.
not
It's good enough.
No.
anywhere
German.
near here.
Good enough. We're just gonna make it go. We're gonna make it. I think
It's
Tidor's
okay.
happy. Maybe we picked a good one.
That's
Timothy's
pretty
fine.
close. That's pretty close
Timothy
to
works.
Hungarian.
Oh, okay.
Tibor would be like Hungarian. Yeah.
Oh, Tibor, there you go.
Tibor, I like that. Tibor.
Hmm.
But we could be a little Austro-Hungarian. Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's spice it up.
Yeah.
Toss it all in there.
So you're walking through the town, with Tibor, or Tibor.
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 Thank you. And you will make a passing comment in regards to that. Oh, that's it. I figured most people in town would know to be mindful of you, Adelaide.
Adelaide.
Thank you. Adelaide.
It's
No,
okay.
Thank you. I had like prep prompts for your name, but it's on the stream that's not working right for me. So
No, you're good. Well, I mean, perhaps she didn't realize where she was going.
perhaps, sir.
Has there been some stray dogs running about?
Wait. Let's roll. High or low. All right, guys. Okay.
Low odd. We always go low odd.
Now, we're gonna ask the audience here real quick. All right, I'm gonna roll a d10. Okay. The audience is gonna pick what's bad for you, Lauren. High is bad. Them Day says high, so high is bad. Let's roll. Big money,
for
big.
low odd.
Yeah. Big money for me, low money for you. It is a 9. It is bad.
Low odd.
Yeah, well, that's the audience picked what was terrible for you, and they said.
Well, did you roll a D100 or did you roll just a D10?
D10.
Oh, well then never mind.
Yeah, there you go.
Fuck. Listen, if you had told me it was a D100 or D10, I would have been a lot less excited.
Actually, no. The Lord's hounds died soon after the mist fell. Fortunately, the mist has pulled back from the Lord's manor, but there has not been many animals seen about. Why do you ask?
No reason. It's probably nothing.
Are you excited for tonight?
Excited and very nervous. I don't know. I don't want to let anyone down.
Soon it will be dusk and it will be time for a final confession. I hope the elder finds me pure enough.
Oh, I think you are. I mean, just by how you've treated me all these years.
The book teaches us that all of us are children of Luminoi, regardless. So, I'm doing my duty, but it has not been a labor, sister. And now,
Well,
go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
Am I good? I'm good. Okay.
Yeah.
Donkey. All right. We will go. Actually, we're gonna hold on 1 second because I totally have the music for this. It sounds like Lauren and Albrecht are going to go get some cheese. You're going to the tavern.
Cheese and a pint.
They probably have some sort of cheese-based alcohol. I don't know.
Oh,
no.
please no.
Called milk liqueur.
Oh,
Thing.
You make
like
alcohol out
Bailey's
of
the
everything.
Or there is also milk clarified. Like milk clarification as the. I'm sorry, I'm kind of an alcohol nerd. Chemistry
Give me
for drunk people.
Just give me 1 second here because I totally have all this stuff together.
We're going to the wine and cheese bar.
Got your charcuterie board.
yeah. Does this town
You're
have
charcuterie.
charcuterie boards?
That's a little too loud. Sorry about this, guys. I'm not quite as good
Finger
at
guns.
Okay, it's all a learning.
We all have our first time running OBS.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's one other thing. There's like really cool.
Yes, I should.
There you go. Good. There is a. There you go. Good enough. All right, let's turn it down here. Oh, I like how everybody's recognizing everyone in the chat. Or I don't know. Someone said hi, Megan. That's Reboot and Tog. Oh, there you go. Well, there we go. There's two Megans too. There's also one in the chat too that I saw. If you know them, there you go. Good enough. Welcome, Reboot and Tog. I love it with our German theme here. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are in. Oh wait, I actually have a name of this place. Sometimes I'm prepared. It's great. Okay. The tavern. Do I have it? Is called Hearth House. A large inn serves many traders that travel through the town on their way to Ravensburg. So, you guys are having a chat over some... it's actually pretty basic right now, because the rationing hasn't officially started yet, but it's getting close. So it's definitely probably a tiny bit of cheese, a stew that's probably a bit more water.
A modest display.
Yes.
Cheese and hardtack.
Yeah.
Oh boy, gotta love that hardtack. It tastes like
All right, stop,
something, I'm sure.
Stop geeking out over the setting. Let's go. Let's get that role play.
So, you must tell me more of the outside world right now.
Well, I don't know much about it. Coming from the front. So I can tell you what that's like. It's,
By all means.
it's a lot of men, mostly tall, puffy chests, loud voices. A lot of death. A lot of lords reluctantly showing up, doing their duty to His Majesty. And when General Laius didn't even get word back from Lord Jurgen, he sent a cadre of us out to go find him. Seems I'm the only one that made it.
How far a distance was that?
It's a good ways. It was a good ways, a good clip. I do almost exclusively messenger work, so I'm used to the running. Horses are better when you can get them, but getting them is the harder part. But
Well, now that you have seen the lovely town of Utagan, what are your plans now?
well, I need to find Lord Jurgen. Still, I suspect I'll have to go to the manor. Maybe he's hiding in town, but I need to find Lord Jurgen and see if I can't find those troops.
Well, perhaps we could come to some sort of agreement here. I shall help you find Lord Jurgen, and you shall help me leave this miserable cheese town.
If we take some cheese with us.
Fine.
As you say that,
It's not for you.
I would rather leave town before we catch on fire, but if we give our lives for cheese, I suppose.
We'll see how soon we can manage it. How about that?
Very well.
the door opens, and in walks two men. Both of them are adorned with a silver shield.
Oh.
They'll walk in and head towards the bar. So, Albrecht, you will recognize one of them as Sheriff Wagner. He was a reasonable man when this first began, but he has since turned to becoming what you suspect to be Elder Matthias's enforcer. That is your suspicion. You do not know, but Elder Matthias is becoming a lot more popular, and Lord Jurgen is not seen. So what do the two of you do now in close proximity to the sheriff?
Just kind of sit casually
See
with
if
my hand up.
See if the hood goes a little further
Yeah.
down.
Gotcha.
Bad time for me to take down the hood. Out of character. Great timing.
All right, so what's going to happen here? I'm going to... you guys are going to make a check here real fast, but I'm going to give you some good bonuses because you guys are, you know, in a crowded bar. Thinking... you know what? Because it's... give me a skullduggery check.
Oh,
No, wait. No, stealth check.
Oh.
But
Oh,
I'm gonna
good.
give you-
Oh.
I'm going to give you a plus 20. Give you a plus 20.
Ooh, good. Stealth.
That's a no.
That's a no. Gotcha.
Just barely pass. Once again, I'm passing by one.
So, while Sheriff Wagner is ordering, he will speak to the barkeep. And then he looks over to your table, Albrecht. He'll walk over. Excuse me, sir. Sheriff Wagner. Sheriff Wagner, excuse me.
Sure you are excused, Sheriff. How may I help you?
I was just noticing you got one of the last bits of cheese. I was wondering if you wouldn't be so kind enough to maybe donate that on behalf of your local law enforcement.
Yeah, just take it. It's
Yeah,
delicious. I've had my fill.
You want my cheese? By all means, take my cheese.
Why, thank you. Good folks around here like yourselves. I'm sure we will cleanse this town of the apostasy. He takes it, and he walks over to his friend. So what did the two of you do now that you've briefly had the sheriff's attention?
Now, losing our cheese is the least of the wrongs that could have happened there.
Yeah, clearly. Sheriff, does he go around asking for other people's food often? Or is this new?
The sheriff is known for his appetite. Incidentally. It's actually literally a character note I have for him. That's why I came. See?
Hungry boy.
Yeah.
Character note.
Yes, the sheriff has the appetite of a pig and the brains of a horse.
I don't know. I've known some very smart horses. Might be a bit generous.
I have been unfair to horses.
Clearly.
With that, the night will continue. Dusk has arrived, and we find ourselves at the Church of Luminoi. I believe it's De Templum de Curia, the Temple of the Court of the Gods. Or Deus Curia, excuse me. And let me go ahead and get rid of the... And we will continue the music. You were at the church, ready for your last confession. There is Elder Matthias, acolyte. Are you ready for tonight?
What I call him, father? I forgot. Sorry.
Elder.
Did you say elder? Okay.
Elder, yeah.
It just completely went past my head what you said, how you addressed him. Yes, Elder Matthias.
You are going to be joining an order of pure souls. People that really know the word, that have read the book of faith as much as one can. As learned as I am, if this were a movie, the camera would pan over. The book of faith would take a wheelbarrow to move. It is hardly ever moved once put in place. And because of that, they are often saved. And then addenda were, especially when the Imperio Magnum still functioned, they would send them. But this one is beginning to look weathered. It is your last confession before you join. The acolytes of the pure represent a special order that watches their neighbors, their loved ones, their families, for signs that they are truly following the word, keeping an eye out for apostasy. It is our duty, for the Imperium Magnum many years ago had the terrible heresy in which the Imperator himself had fallen to Tenebra. It is our duty to make sure that that doesn't happen. So, do you have anything to tell me about yourself, about your neighbors? Anything suspicious?
Actually, Elder Matthias, I think, forgive me, I didn't speak out earlier, but a strange woman knocked into me. Our neighbors around here usually, they tend to know about me. She didn't, and she mentioned being chased by wolves or dogs. Forgive me, I should have mentioned it to someone sooner.
No, my child. You were here now in confession. You were saying that it is a display. This is a sign. If someone was indeed chased by wolves, the wolves live in the mist. He turned to an acolyte. Bring me the sheriff. We have someone that needs to be found. Don't you worry, my child. We will find them. And we will soon be ready for your induction.
Thank you, Elder.
And with that, I think this is a great time to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. So, and then when we come back, we will continue our story of Silver and Blood. Our first episode, as I like to call it, is more of the roundup, as we now have met all the characters at least once. We know that Lauren is from the front lines, here to find Lord Jurgen and what has happened to his troops. Albrecht is doing the best he can to escape. Mathriel is being trapped in the lightless stockade to fight for her life. And Adelaide. I knew I was doing good at the beginning.
Like Kool-Aid.
There you go. That's what she's going to be drinking here soon, is the Kool-Aid.
As long as it's not Flavor-Aid, okay, then we'll be fine.
So, yes. To begin their induction. And there's cheese. And cheese-based puns. So with that, we're going to take a 5-8 minute break. Let everyone hit the bathroom. So that being said, because I'm not as fancy with OBS, guys, don't remember to mute your mics as we switch over. And we will see everyone here in just a little bit as I go to OBS and remember the right button to press. Okay, and we should be back. All right, let's see here. Oh, well, thank you, Nepenthe the Gamer. We take the time we need, but I don't want to go on too long. I appreciate you guys coming here and watching the show with us. So, let's see what happens. Apparently, we have a baptism and more cheese upcoming, and maybe we'll see a pit fight or two. So, let's begin. One of the nice things about writing everything down is that I can literally decide sometimes to just mess up my own plans. So, I think I'm going to do that. Use Ember, so much easier. Okay, I got yes, Ember. Did someone say cheese? Yes, we did. All right, where am I at here? I'm at that. Perfect. So, Albrecht and Lauren, what did you want to do as night begins to fall?
Well, I don't know about you, Albrecht, but I need to find myself a place to sleep.
I suppose that could be arranged. Am I able to arrange that somehow?
Everyone, yeah. So the people that got stuck here have been staying in the inn.
Yeah.
And one good thing in defense of the acolytes of the pure is, everyone who's stuck here has been given lodgings and at extremely reasonable rates.
Okay.
In exchange for minor chores around while superstition is beginning to run rampant and they're beginning to burn their neighbors, up until this point, everyone was really coming together. Mm-hmm.
It's not that I don't have my own money. It's if someone new in town just shows up at the inn, they might start pointing fingers very easily.
You are correct. So, I suppose we shall sneak you into my lodgings as a guest.
Hold on 1 second. My cat is deciding to sing the song of his people. I'm going to go let him. If not, we will have silver and blood and meowing. So 1 second.
Yes!
Let the kitty sing.
I've frightened my dog away with my appearance.
My cat's locked out. Not allowed.
I have a psychotic macaw that doesn't leave his cage. Even though he can. He just doesn't.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Yeah, tell us in the
Enjoying the
chat.
stream?
Please tell us. Tweet at us too. Some of us are on Twitter as well.
Yes, I am on Twitter and Instagram at HeyTylerGray.
I'm on Twitter as well as fiery_sunbird, like it shows on the thing.
Sorry about that. Trying to look professional here and I guess.
It's just ambiance.
Exactly, ambiance. Yeah. Why did I try to find music? I don't need that.
Just give us that yowling cat. That
There's
sweet yowling cat.
There's a lot of stray cats in this particular town.
Yeah, which is why there aren't any stray dogs.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Just, didn't know.
Okay. I think it's time to kick things into high gear, guys.
Yes, let's
Yes.
do it.
Hit that
Game
nitro.
on. Zoom.
It's going to be really weird to say this, so high gear, we're going to go to church.
Take me.
Take me to church. Oh.
Let's see if I had a nice...
Cheese is made from milk, so cats. Oh, God.
Yeah.
It's cat
Makes
milk
sense.
cheese.
Oh, God.
Rip.
But is the silver wolf secretly just a cat? Is that what the big secret of this town?
It's a very large cat.
It's just a very large wolfish cat.
Okay. Let's
A Maine Coon.
focus up here. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to switch the music up a little bit. We find ourselves back in the temple. It is not a large gathering, but a medium-sized crowd. Mainly acolytes and close members of the temple. The temple itself is not quite big enough to fit everyone in the town in it, and not everyone is expected to go when you're inducted into the acolytes, the pure. Some go because they're believers, some go to avoid suspicion, and they are all being brought forth. If this were a movie, we would see several extras hereabout, because Adelaide is not the first to be inducted. Before her is our good brother that I am so glad, Brother Tibor. And unfortunately, I try not to do this, but it happens from time to time. I'm going to have to talk to myself. So, Brother Tidorf. I like it. Tibor. There you go, Brother Tidorf. That's you now. I don't care.
Brother
Tidor
Tidor.
is Tidor.
There you go.
Oh,
Brother T-Dog.
Yeah, well, there's Tidorf is a guy who's been watching some of our shows. So, I will try not to kill him. We'll try. We'll see. I make no promises. Brother Tidor. We got it. There.
Tibor.
Tibor. Say it with us.
Brother Tibor. Have you come before Luminoi and the court of his gods to profess your faith? I have indeed, Elder. You have given your final confession. You have seen to your community, to our own court. You have read the writings of the saints. Are you ready to be blessed in the light of Luminor? Even though we are in the shadow of the night, in the shadow of Tenebra, you will be the beacon. Kneel. The brother kneels. Takes some of the water and begins to sprinkle it. While that's happening, Adelaide, you're starting to feel a slight bit uncomfortable. You are going to have to make a dice roll. If you would like, I can roll it for you.
No, it's okay.
You got
so
it?
2d10s, right?
2d10s. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a resolve check.
Okay. I got a 14.
14, that beats your 56. Your eyes hurt. But that's not unusual. They're beginning to itch, but you are able to maintain your posture for this. For you are next. Sister Adelaide, have you given your final confession?
I have.
And have you come before Luminoi in the court of his gods to profess your faith?
I have.
I want to take a moment to those that are gathered before us today to praise this sister. She has come to us truly keeping her community safe from apostasy. For it can hide in anyone, even the most pure. Tenebra was once the trusted brother of Luminoi. It can happen to us all, and that is why we must be strong. And you have shown me that you can be strong, sister. Are you ready to be baptized?
Yes.
He will reach into the water and sprinkle it above your forehead, and it is at that time the pain in your eyes begins to become unbearable, and you can see. The congregation will be startled, and then they will see your eyes. What?
I don't.
The elder will step back.
I don't know.
Mutation.
No, I don't.
The mark of Tenebris.
No. I don't know what's happening.
Seize her.
No.
Your friend and brother, Tibor, grabs you as quickly as he can. Take her to the lightless stockade. Take her. The entire congregation will rally behind you and drag you through the streets. It is at this time, as this is happening, Lauren and Albrecht, you will see a crowd, a mob beginning to go through the streets. I need the two of you to make an awareness check at a -10.
Gosh, dang it. Okay. So many awareness. I'm great at that.
Albrecht, you making it roll?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just sit. I'm enjoying this. Can't wait to get involved.
I passed.
What was it
I am
again? I'm
aware.
sorry. My bad. Awareness.
-10.
Oh, -10, then I fail.
No,
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's a big fail.
it's a big.
We had a little bit too much of
Why
that
did you-
cheese wine.
Someone's gonna spend a fortune point because it's one of those things like I should have made you roll because it's kind of important.
Sure, I'll spend a fortune point.
I'll just mark it off and then we're just gonna skip the roll here.
What did doubles do again?
Did you double and fail?
Yes.
Now you know what.
Oh,
know what?
that's a crit fail.
Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that right now.
we're gonna ignore it.
I'll pay you back
My-
for that. Don't worry.
My pants fall down. I am embarrassed.
Yes.
I'm embarrassed.
And I don't
for
know
you.
where I am anymore.
Yeah. So that being said, we're just gonna flip over. We're gonna flip over 2 fortune points just to get over this. You guys have 1 fortune point. I have 3 misfortune points.
Those refresh per session, right?
I'll double check the book. I'm not sure what it says. I don't know.
So we're just spending it like I know fate points are like a
Yes.
once in a lifetime kind of thing. Basically, this is like
No, I think you get fate points back too, but you can burn them. Anyway, we'll worry about
Anyway.
that. You're not there yet.
we'll burn that bridge when we get to it.
They're dragging
Yeah, exactly.
the blind woman through the streets. The townsfolk are gathering to throw rocks at her, calling her a heretic, an apostate. But you can
Albrecht.
see, Albrecht, the white eyes of this sister. She has the eyes of a mistwalker. One of the few. When the cataclysm happened, soon after, few people would gain the ability to see through the mist. And that is how trade slowly began to happen. But now that the mist has pulled back far enough, mistwalkers are becoming fewer and far between, but they are still used and prized to get caravans through lost areas. You're looking for a way out in this growing sea of paranoia. You may have found one.
Most curious. I believe that our potential foil has just become our salvation.
They continue to drag her through the streets. I am sorry. My apologies. They continue to drag them through the streets.
I
My
could say
apologies.
she, you're good.
That's okay. That's
This
fine.
character is femme.
There we go.
There we go.
Very important to respect everyone's pronouns. And this is my own setting, so I don't care.
In this setting, we respect pronouns. too.
Exactly. In this setting, Luminoy says respect pronouns.
Yes, he drinks the respect pronouns juice.
Excellent. So, you are dragged off to the lightless stockade and dragged to the bowels and thrown into a cell with one lone occupant. Mathriel, there is a woman in front of you, and I will leave you two to roleplay.
You're that bad, huh?
I didn't do anything.
Right.
You can see
What's
her
your name?
eyes, and amongst your people, Mistwalkers are treated well, or at least as someone who has such a trade. To be a Mistwalker is useful to tribes in the Finster Forest. So you may roleplay that as you see fit.
You know, where I come from, they'd actually reward you for that.
For what?
You know, what's going on up there?
No, this can't happen. I've given everything to Luminoy and now.
Maybe you backed the wrong horse.
I'm not going to listen to you. You're down here.
Don't listen to the person in the cell.
So, to educate everyone further, Luminoy said that all races can join his court. And so it is the idea that the elves are his children. You just have to simply
she's locked up.
Yeah, but she's locked up. So it is the idea that they can be accepted, but mutation and corruption are signs of Tenebra. That being said, this is a human-centric society, and the horns of the Valley Elvi tend to make them distrusted. That being said, Adelaide, your whole world is crumbling around you, and I will continue to let you roleplay.
Adelaide just push what's the word? Scoots back into a corner and wraps her arms around her knees and avoids looking at anything really. It's very strange.
Indeed, you haven't been able to see for over a decade.
Is this a new thing? I mean, I feel like they would have thrown you in here sooner. Did you just come here? Are you from this town originally?
Mm-hmm.
To my knowledge, people are just born Mistwalkers, right?
No,
Okay.
It manifests.
Okay.
To your people, it's a sign of the spirits, like good favor.
Okay. What happened to you? Oh, nope. Go ahead. By all means, I've been here thinking about things for a long time. I'd love to hear a new person's voice.
Why are you here?
I'm not human. Simple as that.
Did you just come into town?
Sort of. You could say that. I've just had a lot of bad luck, and it seems like this is where it landed me.
Looks like bad luck's put me here as well.
Well, I know this place isn't exactly easy to get out of, but with you here, with those eyes, maybe we can. Obviously, you don't want to be down here.
I don't know what they'll do to me.
They'll probably burn you.
How do we get out? I don't... I can just see that's not really helpful for getting out.
Well, I help us get out. You help us get out of this town. Make sense? I'm pretty sure I saw some shitheads attack a guard. They managed to get the keys and they tried to kill me, but they didn't. So that means that I could probably do the same thing and not get caught. What do you think?
Fine. What do you want me to do?
And with that, because I think it's always important to stop before the plan, let's cut back to Lauren and Albrecht. So, you were heading to your room, and you saw the town drag off a mistwalker. Oh, did I lose the dice? So, does that change your plans?
It does.
We need that girl.
We do need her. Now, hear me out. It's gonna sound crazy, just bear with me. We get ourselves arrested too. Because then we're all in the same... Instead of trying to breaking in and breaking out, just let them let us in. We go where she is. We break her out. It's not the first place I've sprung. And then we just leave. We run wherever we need. The only thing we'll have to worry about is wolves.
So that does sound insane.
You have a better plan?
No, I don't. Let's do it.
All right, I like the plan. This is all right. So, how do we plan on getting arrested? I mean,
I was figuring something unrelated to being new in town, like, I don't know, starting a street fight.
You have someone that uses magic too.
We do. We could go for the big crimes, or we could go for something like drunk in public.
Big crimes might get you burnt.
Might get us burned too soon is the problem.
Exactly.
So, we can snitch on each other, or we can make a scene and make other people, I don't know, call the sheriff. Call the town's guards.
Rin has also offered to say that you're friends with the heretic.
I
mean,
tend to be a little direct, so my plan was to walk up to the nearest guard and tell them that I'm a mage.
Would you mind throwing me under that bus or under that carriage while you're there?
Let's take a look at some character sheets real fast before we get too far into this, because I like and am terrified where everybody's head's at. Let me just
do magic.
Yeah.
Rogues. If we get arrested, then we only have to break out.
All right, so you, Lauren, you are what we got here. You're actually kind of good at everything, and you're really fast.
Everything.
So here's well, you have Manifest Destiny, where you get +5 to base chance on all your skills that you're not trained in. However,
and I'm not trained in a lot.
Nobody's seen this yet, but you are branded, and you might not want to get that seen. So that being said, that could get you arrested, but that might not be the greatest idea.
Oh, I have a way to do it.
All right.
Oh, great.
For me, anyway. Actually, I could get you in there, too.
When the mage says that, you know
yeah?
something's about to go bad.
It involves magic, yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm listening. You know what? Just do it.
I could. Oh, okay. So
I was about to...
All right.
5 minutes ago, I was about to go share a room with you. Clearly, we're making we're making lots of trust.
All right, so what's the plan there?
Okay,
Magi?
so I will need a piece of cheese.
Okay. I like
so-
I like this plan so far.
All right.
So what,
So are there any town guards nearby?
near you? Yes. I mean, you could find one pretty easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go swipe a piece of cheese then.
Yeah, we just need
We're not rationing food just yet. Luckily,
Look.
we don't have a whole side adventure of getting cheese.
No, it's fine.
isn't The
It's
Witcher.
fine. Someone who's passing by, I just go,
That's fine. I'm not worried about how you get the cheese. Let's just go with it.
next time on Silver Reich, they get the cheese.
we get the cheese.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna find a town guard and I'm going to walk up to that guard with a piece of cheese in my hand and say, "Excuse me, sir, if I give you this cheese, would you be willing to swear a very minor vow to me?"
That. All right, let's get these dice rolls here real fast here. 'Cause
Are we
Episode
bribing?
1, the gang bribes a guard with cheese.
I mean, I like how we're all using this minor detail about how I just made this town a little bit more alive. Is now
No, you've made it now.
The
It's
focal
Wisconsin. It's Wisconsin of Silver Reich.
You know what? I'm gonna say it's a bargain check, so that's a fellowship. I'm gonna give you a plus 10% for the cheese.
Yeah! Cheese
He's a
bonus!
hungry-looking guard. Okay.
Cheese bonus.
He saves the day. Hopefully.
Cheese bonus. Oh.
All right, so you said a plus 10.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hold on. But before you announce your result, are you doing this on your own, or did you want Lauren to help you? Like, because then she can help and roll a die, and you could sub it out for your 10s.
I mean, I guess I already made the roll and succeeded, so.
Well, do you think you would have helped Lauren?
Let's see. I mean, I don't know how I would have helped except by, like,
That's
walking
true.
up and
That's fine.
smiling.
There you go. All right, yeah, that's all right. Go ahead. All right. Go ahead. Sorry about that, Albrecht.
Okay, so I rolled a 43. My bargain is a 37. Plus
With
10 is
plus 10,
47.
47. Barely. Okay. So he's like, what do you want? As he takes the cheese.
You must be willing.
Yeah.
It's a very minor thing, I assure you.
Sure. What do you need?
And I'm going to cast Vow of Fealty on him.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so casting magic. All right, so magic is kind of fun and terrible. Luckily, so first thing we've got to do is we have to select the magical spell. We've done that. I adjust the difficulty rating depending on the spell. This is a general or a petty magic, so you get plus 10 to the casting check. We're not in combat. We don't have to worry about concentration. We're not fighting over the cheese yet. You could channel power to increase your incantation check. But that increases more corruption and...
Yeah, we don't want to...
Yeah. All right, so you're going to give me an incantation check at plus 10.
Okay. All right, I roll a 12. My incantation is 56.
There you go. Okay. So the spell... Okay, so now what's I think needs to happen here. Hold on. We did all that crap. I shouldn't say... we cast the spell. Now you have to roll your chaos die. So you always have one, I believe.
Okay.
Oh, no, hold on. You can be forced to roll chaos dice for a variety of reasons. You actually may not have to... Someone help me. If someone's in the chat, I don't see it because you must roll 1d chaos dice. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. That's only when you increase the difficulty, I think.
There is something in my sheet that says that, like...
Yeah, I think. Now, hold on. You may have arcane casters may arcane magic, cruel tutelage when you generate 1 or 6. Okay, so we're just gonna skip that then because you didn't power up, and if I'm not worried about it right yet. So, you are casting Vow of Fealty, and the only regents that you will need, the reagents, is a willing participant whose name you announce. The duration is forever. The effect. After successfully casting the spell, the person you touch vows to carry out or swears to an action that you set. Breaking the vow temporarily drops their brawn by -10 until the oath speaker lifts the curse from them. Alright, so, alrighty. So you do it, and then he will kind of like, oh shit.
I just kind of... so a vow is a very serious thing that you have agreed to, but you have been given a piece of cheese. So, what I wish is for you to vow to take us into the lightless stockade. My compatriot and I.
Give me, that's some good bullshit right there.
Then let us out with some friends.
You're now under a geisha. I hope you like it. It's forever.
Hold on, my screen decided to get, I'm just probably using a lot of resources on my computer right now. All right, we're back. We're back. That is going to be... it's a guile check. So it's another fellowship check. Do you want to have Lauren help you?
Yes.
All right, Lauren, you can roll a d10 and he can sub that out as his tens place.
Okay.
Is the stream still run?
Little money, no whammy. Stop. That's a 3.
There you go. So,
Yes, I will take that.
All right, so what'd you get?
So that's a 30. So I have guile of
There you go.
37.
All right, so
Instead of
just,
80.
So he believes the magic is a little bit more potent than he was led to believe.
Well, cheese is forever, so...
I guess, so he's like, yeah, I can take you in the stockade.
It's a simple task.
Yes. And he is like moving like a robot, more out of fear than anything else. Like, okay, come with me. And he starts leading.
It will literally hurt him if he doesn't do it now.
It's true.
All right, so he begins to lead you to the lightless stockade.
And we follow our host.
Yes. So you will eventually, so you get to the lightless stockade. It's not particularly big. This is a small town, but it's actually a very good, for it, there's, especially Lauren, and particularly you, Albrecht, you have seen far more formidable structures, but for the small town, good for them. Good. They got a really nice prison. Not particularly big. It was dug into the ground a little bit.
It's a county jail.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a fancy county jail. There are 2 guards at the top, and they see the guy approach, and he's like, I'm taking these 2 in. And they're going to look a little confused. So here's what we're going to do. Rather than roll for every freaking checkpoint you run across, we're going to do one more guile check, but it applies to everyone. Okay, so this is just your whole... So do another guile check. Who's better at guile?
Let me
I bet it's not
see
me.
here.
Guile's 37 for...
Yeah, I
the
rolled a
Jedi.
44.
Well, hold on. No, we're not rolling. We're checking numbers. Let's just look.
I'm at a 44. No, I roll at 44 or lower.
Gotcha. I thought you said you rolled a 44.
No.
you are
I
better.
roll at a 44 or lower.
So
If I pass and roll that exact thing, I get crit.
So yeah. Yeah, there you go. So
That's true.
I would say let Lauren do the talking and you back him up. Or back her up. So go ahead. Make that roll.
All right.
And then you roll 1d10, Albrecht, and you will add it.
I can choose to...
Or you can, sub it out.
I
I'm
can-
sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm trying to drink more soda out of this. There's literally nothing in here.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 5, so...
I'm not going to take it because I got the ultimate answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything. 42.
There you go. 42. Just
This
enough.
man and I are very dangerous magi. You have to take us away before Tenebris just overtakes us, please.
So they will
Luminoi,
go.
save us, please. Just take us in.
So the
Everyone will die.
the guard,
Everyone.
the guard with the piece of cheese still in his hand is like, yes.
Still in his hand.
Yeah, he is not really moved.
He's like,
So they were like, so the first two guards will let you. They're more confused than anything else. That will lead you guys inside. The second guards, we're gonna say here. So you're like, oh, we're magi. So they're like, oh, we have to take your things. But between your bluster of like, oh no, we must go in now, you're just like totally selling up, and the guard's still there with the cheese, freaking out. You're able to get yourselves into the more secure part of the lightless stockade, where Mathrael, you will start to hear a histrionic human woman down the hall. It was like, we are magi, we must be.
you have to just let us in before it just overtakes us and we can't control the magic any longer. Please, Tenebris, have mercy on us.
Demons from every orifice.
I can
Everyone.
feel them.
Okay.
Please,
Oh my god.
just let me into that cell where I can't hurt anyone else.
My favorite part so far is we're all dying laughing, except Ian, because he never laughs, and then Ty is still terrified in character while we're all dying laughing. Anyway, moving on. So, you guys are able to bluster your way to the hallway, where you will, but at this point in time, you now have two guards, like, they're a little bit more on it, like, hey, you know, like, get their things. But you guys are now in front of the cell where you see the Mistwalker looked up at you. Yes, Ness Ember, traumatized at the situation. And the cellmate with a Valley Elvi. So, what do you want to do?
Lauren makes very brief eye contact with the Mistwalker and gives a quick nod before. Please, you have to just right now. Please, just lock me away.
Lock us up.
Just very quietly.
So-
The key must
please.
be melted down.
So, they're going to seize you, Lauren. So they seize you, and they're going to take your weapons if you have any. You do.
I mean, I'm sure she's armed.
Let's check your character sheet. I did specifically. You have a stiletto and a garrote.
Oh, damn! I didn't want them to take that one.
You can try to hide it.
I would
You can
like
do
to
some
have had the garrote hidden. The
All right.
stiletto, I can
All
get
right, there
that
you
back.
go. We're gonna give me a skullduggery check.
Hee. Skullduggery.
Dig
I'm
those
rolling.
skulls.
And Albrecht, are you going to let them take? They're going to eventually try to seize you as soon after. The other guy's going for you too.
All I have in terms of weapons is it looks like a dirk and a staff.
Yes. That being
Is it-
said, if they seize and take all your stuff, you will not have your reagents for spells.
I will try to hide the reagents.
Gotcha. All right, give me a skullduggery check. Both of you get a plus 20 because I think you're hiding particularly small things.
I got a 55, which is a crit success.
There you go. All right. Well, you hide that garrote where they'll never find it. So there you go. You got it.
I mean, they're not checking where I've put it, so.
Yes,
Like-
I failed.
I could also hide the stiletto there, but it's kind of uncomfortable.
Do you want to spend a fortune
to-
point?
Yeah, we better keep those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna keep. All right. So you guys are quickly stripped of your weapons and objects except for the stiletto, and you are thrown into the same.
Oh no,
So-
they took the stiletto. I have the garrote.
Yeah, they
Yes.
take your thing. Yeah, that's the only useful thing you have.
And by keep that I meant keep the reagents.
You're gonna keep what?
Like you said, like with the fortune
Use the
point. that's
fortune
what-
Oh,
point
you're gonna
to
do
keep
it.
the
Okay.
reagents.
So
Yeah.
re-roll. So re-roll then.
Oh,
Gotcha. Yeah.
that's not even any better. Okay.
All right. There you go.
Damn.
Alas.
It is a double though, so it is.
Yes,
an epic fail.
Mathrael. What do you want to do?
I was fingers crossing.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like. I got
Yeah,
some-
we also use that for out of character, so
I mean,
it's hard to
Oh,
see.
sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's
'cause
okay, it's
I
okay.
didn't know if you were just like, oh, the guards open the door. Well, I'm gonna go shake
no.
them.
Though, on that note, actually, when they open the door, could I kind of like, when I heard them coming, have the rock behind my back?
Sure, you have a
And,
rock. I have no problem with that.
When they open the door, can I try and throw the rock at one of the guards' heads?
Sure, go ahead. Give me a simple range check. There we go.
Okay. Better be good. 60 flat.
All
To
right,
miss.
so the rocks soars past in mists. You still have 2 action points. Did you want to do any? Well, that was kind of a surprise. So, did you want to capitalize on your attack?
Yes, actually.
All right.
I'll do that. And then, is it like a smaller cell? Could I try and rush a guard
Yeah, I love
with the door open?
All right. I'm going to take that. So while you guys, so they're opening the door as they're kind of strip searching you guys, or limited strip searching, a rocket's flung past, and the Valley Elf crashes into the cell door, knocks it open, knocking over one of the guards, and evens is Lauren, odds is Albrecht. It is Lauren. Lauren, give me a coordination check to stay on your feet.
Woo! All right, let's see. Coordination. I'm rolling at. Okay. Hey, look at that.
You know, you're not too bad at that.
I'm not bad. I'm not bad at that either. Woo! Another 42. That's a success.
All right. And then we'll go ahead and... Oh, well, no. Hold on here. I was like, oh, I'm going to switch it to a little bit more of an action song. And then, no. All right. So, you said, what did you get? I'm sorry.
42. I passed.
42, you pass. So the guard falls over, stumbles past. The cell is open. This Valley Elvi is apparently attempting to make a break for it. What do you do?
I was kind of standing there just like... We were going to get in to get out.
My point
Like,
is, are you gonna...
is the guard... Hold on, wait. Before I say it, is the guard, like, knocked out or just knocked over?
No, he's knocked over. There's 2 guards.
Okay,
But
yeah,
there's 4 of you.
I'm just like, whoa.
What do you
The
want to do,
demons are-
Albrecht?
This plan birthed in foolishness has generated foolishness.
So...
I guess I'll grab the
What?
Mistwalker.
The sheriff isn't a fool! How dare you say things like that? You'll get us even extra arrested.
All right, so Albrecht steps into the cell.
I'll walk into
I would say,
okay, I guess
not
we're
really
cooperating.
grabbing, but more of aggressively leading.
No,
the
please. No, you can grab. It makes for better narrative.
All right, there you just grab the Mistwalker.
Fling 'em.
Yeet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah. So, that will lead us to initiative. Let's just go ahead. Let's roll that initiative. So
All of
let's
us?
do it. Yeah. So you're going to roll a d10 and you're going to add it to your initiative rating.
Just one D10?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh Lord, where is that? It's down in combat section, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Kat, do you wish
These-
to sing me the song of your people right now? All right.
These character sheets are something else.
Yeah, I made them myself because then I could copy all of the rules there with you. So that was the nice part.
Ooh, where am I finding?
I can check for you here in a second.
It's down
'cause
towards
Oh,
the
I found
bottom.
it.
it's being a Mistwalker, and you now can see. I know you have your Mistwalker eyes, and now you can't see. Okay, Ty, your initiative
Oh wait, that's good.
is 7. So you roll a d10 and add 7 to it. So, Kat,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
you're killing my badass
There's-
look over
No,
here.
no, there's some stray cats like fighting in the jail.
Yeah,
cell.
it's
It's
rare.
fine.
It's a cat fight.
There's some-
Cat fight.
All
I
right,
also-
Nearly struck by
Math-
the flying rock.
Mathrael, what did you get?
17 total.
17.
I rolled a 10.
Adelaide, what'd you get?
I got. Wait, hold on. I got a 9. So 9 plus I can't do math.
So that's 16.
Okay, cool.
Lauren, what did you get?
Didn't roll well, so I got a 14.
14. Ian. Or not Ian,
10.
Albrecht. 10. All right, let's
10.
go ahead and roll for these mooks here.
Also, when I do rush the door open and accidentally kind of knock into Lauren, there will just be like this moment of frenzied eye contact.
Yeah, just
like there are more people.
yeah. Lauren's like,
All right.
you want it out? I want it in.
Why do
You want
in?
out too? We. Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me check his initiatives here. 7. Gotcha. So I got 11 and 9. Okay, so the first person to go in our combat is Mathriel. What are you doing?
All right. Can I try and I don't know if there's like a sword or something on somebody's belt, but can I take one if there is?
It would be easier to. It's going to take you 2 action points, but you can take the sword from the knocked over guard.
Okay.
So
I will do that.
you have a sword and 1 action point left. What do you want to do?
Sick. Is it 1 action point to attack?
Yes, you could stab it.
Yes,
Do you
I
wanna
will stab.
The guy on the ground?
Yes.
Nice. He is
Please.
Yeah, he's an easy
defenseless.
target.
Um,
That's what he gets for falling over.
Exactly. It's your fault. You fell.
You brought this upon yourself. Really.
You chose to be a guard.
hold on here. Nope. Where is this here? Qualities. Alright. I think defenseless means they just can't make dodging attacks. This is the one nice thing about having all this. The downside is it's all spread out here.
And then would this be considered a martial melee?
Yes, it is. Alright, so he just can't dodge, and I'm going to give you a +10 because you're above him.
Hell yeah.
I'll have to find that one thing. Alright.
+10? Nice.
You get
Yes.
a +10, so what'd you get? Alright, so you succeeded. Did you
Yes.
get the doubles?
No, I did not.
Alright, so I'm just going to use the sword you had on your sheet rather than going to look up a specific one because I feel like that is needless time wasted looking up minutia here. Alright, so
It's fine by me.
yeah, and incidentally, because Alright, so it does ace damage. It is vicious and punishing. Vicious gets an additional chaos dice to determine injury. Punishing, after striking a foe, weapons of this quality add an additional fury dice for the total damage in exchange for 1 action point, which you don't have. So roll a d6.
Alrighty. It is a 2, so
2.
10
That
damage.
is still enough to drop him down on the on the condition track, but he is just down 1.
Oh wait, do I get? So it says I have an additional fury or chaos dice. Do I get to roll
what
again?
so you have 2 abilities. One that if you spend an action point, you can do additional damage, and then you have, unless you're looking at a different one, and then you have
I'm just
chaos
seeing the
dice
vicious
to
part.
determine wounds to see how bad they're hurt. Yes. All right. So with that, that is the end of your action. It goes to you, Lauren. What do you want to do?
Sorry. I was looking at the things. So I would like to, you know what? Why not? We're immediately fighting our way out. I think I am gonna go ahead and follow suit and try and take someone else's sword.
Okay. Well,
I don't want to show that I have the garrote just yet in case this goes sour.
Okay, so the only other sword is on the guard that's still standing, so you'd have to disarm him.
I'll try it.
All right, sounds
Worst
good.
case scenario, I just start running, and
is
that makes
true.
him chase me.
Disarm. It takes 1 action point. Make a coordination test. Your foe must resist with coordination or be disarmed. So,
Okay, oh, not
coordination
counterfeit,
check.
coordination.
What is my coordination? All right, so that's my. Okay.
Okay. Well, I got a 14.
All right. Well, the way this works, though, I do defend because you didn't. Yeah. So you didn't crit. So I do stop you from taking my sword. You have 2 action points left. What do you want to do with them? You could try again if you want.
I'm gonna try again,
Gotcha,
and if that fails, then I'm just gonna like slap him and run.
Gotcha.
So that's a 44 on my coordination roll to try and disarm him again, which is a success and a crit.
Are you crit?
Yeah, I
You
got
crit?
a
Alright,
44.
there you go. So your crit, you're gonna go through his dodge. So he's doing a good job of stopping you from taking his weapon, but you are just better. Lose weapon and cannot use primary hand until the next turn. So you have one action point left. Do you want to stabby?
I'm gonna stabby.
All right. You are going to attack with this sword. It is a martial melee attack.
Yes. Just gotta check my martial melee. Okay. 17.
17. I am going to attempt to dodge because I don't want to get stabbed. I do dodge.
Oh.
So there you go.
That's fine.
You draw your sword, you try to stabby. He, in this very tight corridor, is still able to maneuver quite well. We then move to... actually, I went to you. I should have actually gone to the Mistwalker. Mistwalker, you are aggressively being held by a magi. You can tell by the tattoos on his face. Do you just want to wait? Oh, I think you're muted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're muted.
My bad.
There you go.
I'm freaking out. I don't know what's happening. I don't have weapons. I don't know how to fight.
So you're gonna dodge.
Well, I imagine why I'm being held. I imagine that I'm being held away from combat.
So, yeah, I guess we can just wait right now. You can wait till later to use your points until...
Probably like try to squirm out of the hold, but...
Do you want to actually try to get out of the hold?
Yeah, sure.
All right, that is, you're spending an action point. You're making an athletics check against the Magi. Both of you athletics checks.
That's a 19. My athletics is 33. I don't know how this works.
That's good.
I crit failed, so...
All right, yeah, so he picks you up and you just... You slink out of it, yeah. So you are out of there. What do you want to do?
No touchy.
I run towards the opening.
All right, cool. So you are now in the
Making a
hallway
run for it.
where it's very awkward, and the Valley Elvi is stabbing a guard while he's on the ground. The woman came in complaining about demons in their orifices, has stolen a sword, and from the other guard. Do you just want to try to push your way past?
Yeah, this is scary. I want to get the fuck out.
All right, give me a coordination check.
Okay.
Not how I was planning. Still fun.
Bold narrative choices.
Who needs plans?
Strong.
Right?
Strong narrative choices.
14 against 37.
All right, you are clear and running down the hall.
Whoop.
All right,
Bye-bye.
so now we'll stop you there because you got to get down the hall. We will then go to the gentleman on the ground getting stabbed. I used one of my actions. I'm gonna get up and try to take my sword back. So that's is that an athletics? That's coordination. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
coordination.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to take it back from you here. Man, I'm rolling good now.
No.
So if you pass, though, that's all you need to do is pass your coordination check.
Ugh, nope.
Nope. All right. He takes the sword back, but he's out of action points, so he can't do anything else. There we go.
Rude.
So that's him. The other guy has had his sword taken as well. I am going to run down the hall. Not necessarily so much worried about the heretic, but worried about getting stabbed by the people with swords now. So that's what I do. Ian, it goes to you, or rather, Ulbrich.
All right. Let's see. That guy's running down the hall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to magic missile him.
All right.
Yeah.
You're gonna magic missile him. Go ahead.
All right, so that's incantation.
Yep. Incantation. That's a petty spell, so you get plus 10.
All right, so that's if zero's in the tens place, that's just 0, right?
That's a 0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I roll a 4, so
4.
yes.
Yes, you succeed. You cast that spell. The damage of a magic missile.
It's 1d10 plus WB.
Plus your so you're gonna roll a d10, and then that's plus your willpower bonus, which I think for you is 5. I want to say yes.
Okay, so that's 13.
13. That will drop him down on the condition track. He will then take an injury. So or potentially take an injury. Okay, that's fine. All right, no injury, but he's down 2 steps on the condition track. All right, let's do one more round, and then we'll see what happens here. Yeah, let's do one more round. So we're at you, Mathriel. Your sword has been taken away.
Damn it. Okay.
I mean, you can just try to take it back if you want. You guys can just.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll try and take it back.
All right.
Why not?
Coordination check.
I took it the first time fair and square.
Yeah.
What happens if it's directly on the number?
That's still a success.
Okay, and it is a 44.
Yes!
So it crits.
Crits.
Woo!
There you go, because he is doing a good job. You get the sword back. You guys are just wrestling for the sword. You got 2 actions left. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna stab him again.
All right.
You're not leaving this
stab.
place.
I'm going to attempt to
Ooh.
dodge.
Oh, another crit.
So here's the thing, though. Because you critted, I cannot actually attempt a dodge check. So there you go.
Nice.
Roll that fury die.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, if you want to spend an action point, you can roll 2 fury dice and add them together to do bonus damage.
Do you want to do you want to super stab him?
I want to really stab him.
So you're gonna roll 2d6, and for every 6 you get to re-roll that 6.
Okay. 5.
So that's 5 there.
And a 6.
So you get to re-roll that 6. Roll that 6 again. It's gonna probably be terrible murder, is what it's gonna be.
A 2.
2. So that's 8.
Alas.
8 plus 5 is 12. Plus the damage of your weapon is 8. So you do 20.
Jeez.
That
Hell
is
yeah.
going to be very,
Lot of
very
wounds.
terrible for this guy. So he's going to drop down multiple steps on his condition track, most likely.
Severed something.
Yes, because it is. So you drop him 3 more steps down on the condition track, which I think will pretty much kill him. Do we want to roll for? No, we're not going to roll for the grievous injury. So how do you kill him?
I'm gonna wrestle that sword out of his hands, and I'm just going to. Oh, he's up now, right?
Yeah.
I'll just like swing around and just get a clean upward strike
Okay.
across.
There you go. You sever. We're gonna just. This isn't a perfect.
Kind of disemboweling. Just
Yes, yes.
Oh.
But just for narrative purposes, the sword gets stuck really good in the bone, so you gotta like yank it out because this sword isn't sharp. You know, it's it's a guard's
They probably
sword.
don't have great swords.
Yeah. So
Yikes.
that being
Insulting.
said, we'll go ahead and skip this part of the combat. So, hold on, I got the.
Suspense.
Yeah, I like my music since I spent an hour trying to get it all together. So,
Okay.
so Adelaide, you run as fast as you can. You're stumbling. The thing is, you could once see, but that was about a decade ago. So now everything's moving so quickly. you're doing the best you can to keep running. But soon after, as you're kind of just being disoriented, the guard from behind you will kind of push you down as he runs for the gate and is fumbling for the keys. At that point in time, a bolt of magical energy will fly through the air, strike the guard in the back, and he falls over lifeless to the ground. And Albrecht, I'll let you do the approach and do some roleplay before the other two catch up to you. Actually, we'll start with Albrecht and Adelaide. Let you two roleplay, and then we'll cut back to down the hall as the Valley Elf and Lauren can speak.
Adelaide will like go to the nearest like wall or corner and just like try to get away from Magic Man. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
Oh, I would never dream of such a thing. We're here to rescue you.
What? Why?
Because you are something very special, child.
No.
Yes.
No, you are.
I
This
suspect earlier
this
this
isn't
evening.
special. This is tainted. This.
No. Don't listen to them. You're more important than them. You have a gift now. Come, join us. We'll keep you safe.
Very like hesitantly and shaky. She'll reach out. I actually couldn't tell if you were like reaching out.
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
Quite
she
good in
will
the
reach
camera.
out, and I thought
And
she will reach out and take your hand.
And we'll cut down to the down the hall where the Valley Elf will slosh the blood off the sword and let you two roleplay.
Well, all right, we get an elf too. Cool. We were gonna break the Mistwalker out because we want to get out of town instead of, I don't know, burning at the stake. I don't know about you. Do you want to leave?
That was my plan too.
It seemed
yeah.
like it when you threw the rock.
Yeah. Are you guys actually magic people with demons?
I'm super not. I think he is though. He gave the
Okay.
guard a piece of cheese, and the guard just like.
Oh, yeah, magic is
walked us in
obvious.
here.
Yeah, he is totally
Yeah.
magic. Yeah, no.
He
yeah.
he gave this guard a piece of cheese. He said some words. I saw some weird light, and the guard just like led us here. I'm not super not.
Well,
I'm just a messenger.
If the cheese wasn't a clue, the magic missile should have been.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say, did y'all not see like the?
he seems useful. I'm
He's
gonna, and then she'll just kind of point down and start going through the guards'
Yes.
stuff to try and
Keys.
find keys so she can get her sword.
I'm
Which-
gonna.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure where my shit is, but I would like.
I'm gonna start seeing if we can find where they put my stiletto. I want it back.
It's on his dead body.
Oh, it's right there. He didn't even get very far. I was just leaning down and go, oh, there it is.
Body. Loot
And just
the
like
body.
she reaches up underneath underneath her hood and hides it in her bodice.
And with that is where we'll end our first episode of Silver and Blood.
Woo!
So I hope everyone had a good time. I want to thank everyone that I know came over from the other channel to watch us here on Zweihander RPG. So thank you guys for coming. I hope you had a wonderful time.
You.
Little less, so far, a little less demons than in our other show. But that being said, I really do enjoy.
For now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, wait
But
till. Yeah, wait.
Don't make it a challenge.
Yeah, wait till the
Make it a
magic
challenge.
starts rolling. Yeah. So, that being said, I hope everyone had a good time. If you enjoyed watching us, especially since half of us are on the TTRP channel, you can go watch our cult show, which is a little bit more adult. We have seasons 1 and 2 over there. You can also see us on their YouTube. You will also catch me and some of that other casts on Weave the Tale in about 2 weeks. We will be doing the Nuwaden Chronicles. Weave the Tale is formerly Encounter Roleplay, so that'll be tons of fun. And yes, I hope you guys had a great time. We will be back not next week, but the following week for Session 2 of Silver and Blood, where our heroes will have to attempt to escape the town and then brave the mists. Luckily, they have a Mistwalker, which is good for them because the Mistwalker will be able to see through the mist, but there's still dangers in the mist. And we will see how successful they'll be. So I hope everyone had a good time. If you like us, if you actually, quick ways to support us. First of all, you should totally click follow at the Zweihander RPG, and you'll be able to see us all the time.
Yes, please.
And other than that, I do really recommend, if you're kind of joining us and you've never heard of Zweihander, if you like percentile systems, you'll absolutely love this. If you like Warhammer Fantasy, you'll love it even more. But it's one of the few percentile systems I really, really enjoy. And kind of its tagline that got me along was like, do you like dark games? I'm like, go on. Do you like
Yeah.
The Witcher?
Yes.
Do you like Game of Thrones? Yes. Then you should play this game. And I'm like, okay. So they have great
got
products. Yeah. So give it a try. That's a way to support us, because if they if the show does well and their sales do well, they're going to keep doing stuff like this. If you are interested in running your own show for Zweihander RPG, you can go ahead and contact them. Look them up on Discord. I will eventually get someone who knows magic for the OBS to be able to drop that in there. I think there's a link actually in the below. And yeah, you can click on the Discord there, and you can go ahead and maybe you can get a show too and help fill out this wonderful channel with this really cool grimdark game. So that being said, everyone have a good night, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks
night.
as soon as I find Streamlabs. So everyone take care.
Bye.